Okay, so here we go again with another weekly news video. Just things coming. I do have a couple cars scheduled to review here in the future. I don't want to say what they are yet because I don't want to overpromise anything, but hopefully they hold up and we get to do them and you guys get to watch those videos. What I want to talk about tonight, Mercedes just recently released the new X-Class concept, and I think it looks incredible. I really like what they've done. I think it looks fantastic. They came out with two different models. One's more of a rugged off-road, looks really good, and one's more of a classy, looks more like a city pickup truck that really isn't intended for off-road use, but I think it looks stunning. I really like the way they've gone with the style of the mid-size pickup. Unfortunately though, we won't be seeing it here in the United States yet. They just haven't said that we're getting it yet, and right now that segment in America, in the States, isn't very big, but it is growing right now at about 20% per year, so hopefully it still does that, and maybe we'll get to see one of these stateside, because I really like the way they look. I will probably never be able to afford one. They haven't released pricing, but it's Mercedes. So that being said, that kind of makes me lead to design. The Honda Ridgeline, the new Honda Ridgeline, I saw one driving through town the other day and I got excited to see it because this is a pickup truck that I was looking forward to. I personally drive a Nissan Frontier, that's my work truck, and I really liked all the pictures that I saw before it came out. So I saw one in the street and I was a little disappointed because it looks dated already. I think with the way the new Civic and the Accord are looking, they're a little bit more aggressive in the styling, and this has more of a smooth type of styling to it, kind of matching the Pilot. It already looks dated. It looks like a generation behind, and I think they're kind of suffering from what I think GM was suffering with around 2010. Like when they came out with the new Camaro, it looked really cool, and then really quickly, to me, it looked dated and stale again. I referred to it like a banana. You get a banana, it looks fresh and bright and yellow, and then a day later it's black and looking nasty. So I think they're kind of struggling with that part, and honestly I think the Civic and the Accord look a little too aggressive. And then I got to looking, because I drive the Nissan Frontier, and I believe that the body style I drive, I have an 07, I think that was the first year for that new body style, and they're still, 2016 looks exactly the same, so it was time for a refresh, and I wanted to see if they came out with one, and I'll put a picture of it up. I believe they're working with Mercedes, they're using the same chassis, and you can kind of see some similarities in the design, but it doesn't look anywhere near as good. I don't really care for the way the new Frontier looks, which is kind of disappointing. So for me, I'm in that segment. I'm in the small pickup truck segment. And right now, I don't really care for the Colorado. I don't care for the new look of the new Nissan. I really like that Mercedes, and I'm actually kind of bummed that we're not getting it, even though I know I can't afford it. But I really like the look of that truck. So I think people can learn, speaking on the design thing, like the Jaguar F-Type. I still think of that as a brand new model. It's brand new, but it actually came out in 2013. It's 3 years old. The coupe was in 2014. So to me, that's kind of one of the styling cues that I really like. It's beautiful and aggressive, but it's kind of timeless, which is really hard to achieve, admittedly, but Jaguar's done such a good job designing that car. That's one of my favorite looking cars out right now, just design wise. So that's kind of my little rant on design. I know I kind of jumped all over the place, but going to Facebook questions, this time we got another, just one, but it's a different guy. Jonathan Teeters, thanks for writing in. He asked, what's the difference between Dexos, oil, or without? Because he has a 2011 GMC Terrain, and honestly, before he asked this question, I had never even heard of this because I don't drive a GM vehicle. I had to look it up, and it's The Dexos, or however you pronounce it, it's an engine oil specifically designed by GM for GM engines. And it's basically designed to help with fuel efficiency, the lifespan of the vehicle, emissions, and all that stuff. So if you're looking at your terrain, you're wanting to use a different oil, because I'm guessing that's more expensive oil, and when you go to do an oil change, it's probably pretty pricey. I didn't look up any prices on that. So there's nothing really wrong with regular oil, but I would say, trying to give you a little advice, if GM is recommending use that oil, I would stick with it, because it's designed for the engine, and I'm sure the engine's designed to use that. So I would definitely stick with it. Just your regular oil is just a naturally based oil. So what I've read up on it, it can have different buildups to it, and then that's why I think GM has designed their own oil to take out those impurities and to try to help the oil last a little bit longer. I'm going to guess that you get longer in between recommended oil changes. So yeah, thanks for the question. I hadn't heard of that type of oil before. I've only heard of synthetic and your regular engine oil. So thank you for writing in. I like learning new little things like that. I didn't know GM had done that. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe. Please look for me on Facebook, and that way you can get involved with these weekly videos as well when I reach out for questions. And I'm also on Instagram and Twitter. So just search for me as Carguments on both. Thanks, and guys, have a great day. Please comment below with your thoughts on the new Mercedes X-Class.